Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. Hood is an acronym HOOD that stands for Hope Offered on Demand. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. I'm excited about being awake, alive, and had a beautiful time at the park yesterday. We had an anti-gun rally, uh, anti-gun violence rally, and it was just beautiful. So a little stiff from having so much fun, but today is a beautiful day to be alive. Let's go ahead and I hope you feel the same. If not, hopefully that will improve as your day goes on. Quiet time. That's the title of the Just for Today, and that's a beautiful title. Many of us have found that setting aside quiet time for ourselves is helpful in making conscious contact with our higher power. Basic text, page 95. So we're discussing step 11 in essence, okay? Most of us pay lip service to the value of conscious contact with a higher power. Yet, how many of us consistently take time to improve that conscious contact? If we've not already established a regular regimen of prayer and meditation, today is the day to start one. A quiet time need not be long. Many of us find that 20 to 30 minutes is enough time to quiet ourselves, focus our attention with a spiritual reading, share our thoughts and concerns in prayer, and take a few moments to listen for an answer in meditation. Our quiet time need not be lengthy to be effective, provided it is consistent. 20 minutes takes once a month to pray. Let me repeat that. It seems like they've worded it wrong. 20 minutes taken once a month to pray will probably do little but frustrate us with the poor quality of our conscious contact. That's beautiful. 20 minutes taken regularly each day, however, renews and reinforces an already lively contact with our higher power. In the hustle and bustle of the recovering addict's day, many of us end up going from morning to night without taking time out to improve our conscious contact with the God we've come to understand. However, if we set aside a particular time of the day, every day, as quiet time, we can be sure that our conscious contact will improve. Just for today, I will set aside a few moments once I finish reading today's entry to pray and meditate. This will be the beginning of a new pattern for my recovery. Phew, that's beautiful. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer before I even attempt to expound on this. Moment of silence now. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't know, this meditation, I for some reason has me a bit emotional. And I'm not quite sure why. I think we can explore that as I go on. But the feeling, the sense that I have is that it's now or never. And so when it's said, that we can improve our conscious contact today. Today's a good day to start. And then at the end, it says, as soon as I finish this reading, once I finish reading today's entry, that I'm going to take a few moments to pray and meditate. I feel like that is the here and now. I feel like that is being present in your present, right? That is your receiving the gift of today for what it's worth. And I feel like it can be very life-saving. I feel like many people are hanging by a thread. Many people in recovery are hanging by a thread. And this thread that they're hanging by is stretching so thin that due to the weight and the heaviness of their heart and their mind and their spirit, the weight of that thread is starting to dwindle away. It's becoming stretched so thin that eventually it will break. But this is what I feel. I feel like the breaking, I feel like any fall, any relapse, or any collapse that happens as a result of this lack of daily maintenance is going to be very difficult to regain or restore one's being, one's spirit, one's health, one's financial statuses, one's mental health, positive mental health, right? And that this is not a time that we want to play around with our recovery. This is a time where we need to be very serious about our recovery, our prayer and meditation, our conscious contact with the God of our own understanding. This is the time that we need to let people know this is the line I've drawn in the sand, and you can go no further. Don't you dare, and I mean with everything that's in me, do not let your shadow darken my doorstep while you are under the influence. And I mean that. Don't bring no weed in here. Don't bring no Percocet in here. Don't bring any alcohol in here. Don't bring any guns in here. I am drawing the line in the sand and letting you know that this is my domain. This is my home. This is my castle. And you cannot come here under that condition anymore. I have enough going on just trying to pay gas prices to get to work. I'm not going to allow anyone to disrupt my peace or my recovery. And I feel that through prayer and meditation, I feel that if we take this reading seriously and we try to develop a consistent pattern of prayer and meditation, it will get better. Now, to try and do 20 to 30 minutes and you haven't done it ever, or you haven't done it late, is a stretch. But getting up to the point of 20 to 30 minutes doesn't have to be a long process. You know, what you can do, and I'm just trying to make this where it's real for each person. What you can do is you can set your alarm clock 30 minutes earlier than you normally wake up. So for me, I don't even use an alarm anymore. For me, most of the time I'm up by 4 in the morning. And to me, that's late. I used to be up way earlier. I used to be at the gym by 4 in the morning, and I was up and have done my prayer, meditation, and coffee at 3. So 4 is a bit late for me, but that may not be your story. Okay. So say you go to work for 8 o'clock and you're used to getting up at 7. right? And by the fly of your pants, grabbing your coffee, cleaning up, getting yourself out the door, and you're on en route to be at work on time. I want for you to set your clock for 30 minutes early. You're going to have the same routine that you usually have as far as the sense of urgency to get started. But I want you to set your clock 30 minutes earlier. And then I want you to set another alarm. Well, leave the alarm that you usually use that wakes you up 30 minutes, generally 30 minutes later. So let's say you get up at 7. I want you to leave that alarm in your phone for 7. And then I want you to start an alarm for 6:30. Now, when you wake up, I want you to go to the bathroom, get your water, get your coffee, whatever it is I want you to get in the pattern of doing it so automatically. There's certain things I do every morning, right? One, I go to the restroom, I do my face and I do my teeth right then and there. I come out, I start my hot water, right? So that I can have something warm to drink when I'm doing this podcast. I start my hot water. As that is getting hot, I go over to the kitchen sink, any dishes the boys have put in there, right? Cups usually, cups and spoons usually. I go ahead and I wash those so that when I leave for the day, there are no dirty dishes because everyone knows during the day you do your own dishes. However, I get the kitchen clean really quick. It takes maybe 5 minutes to put those in the dry rack. I turn back around, I grab my hot drink, I grab my laptop, and I sit down with that. I open up the Just for Today, I open up the Zoom, and I go. That's what I normally do, okay? I don't have that quiet time generally until after I'm finished. And then I get myself to me, right? So, but for you, I'm telling you what my routine looks like. For you, you have to get up 30 minutes earlier so that you can have 20 minutes. 20 of those 30 minutes needs to be you quieting your spirit, your energy, closing your eyes, focusing on your breathing, watching your thoughts and letting them roll away like the tides in the ocean, and asking your higher power, what is your will for me today? And I'm asking for the strength and the courage to carry whatever that is out, and just stay still. After a few minutes of those racing thoughts fading away, you start to be able to focus more on your breathing and whatever revelation you're going to receive about the day, you get it then and there. Even if you're angry or whatever that emotion is that you're having, let your higher power know, I need you to take this away so I can proceed in the day in a positive frame of mind. And the more you do that, every time you do that, you are strengthening that cord, that lifeline that is starting to fall apart. You're strengthening it. And I promise you, if you do that every day, you're going to start feeling better. And you will notice on the days that you don't do it because you're so busy, you will notice the difference in your energy. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and try to practice that after we get off of here, like it's suggested, because I think that it's important that we start doing something different. The majority of the people that I'm encountering in life are so angry. They're so frustrated. They're tired. They're ready to quit. And these are people that they don't have a prayer life. They don't have a life that involves even trying to have a relationship with their higher power. And at some point in time, they're going to break. And I believe their God will use that breaking to strengthen them, but to show them also, if you don't get with me, your circumstances will get with you, right? If you don't get with me, the God of your own understanding, your circumstances will get with you, and then you will get with me, right? So it's very serious. I enjoy talking to you today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Today is the day that we want to start our quiet time, our 20 to 30 minutes of quiet time. I remember when I went to a college here in town, a community college, and one of my classes was meditation. And I couldn't believe, I could not believe how beautiful um, that 45 minutes or so of meditation that we would do. I can't believe the energy and the weightlessness that I experienced as a result of that. So I'm not exempt. I want to get back to the point where I'm at least able to do an hour of stillness. But it's going to come with practice. It's not something that you can just do overnight. Um, and I think it will add the freshness or the peace also to my own life. So I have some work to do as well, right? And I want for you to do the same. I've enjoyed your company today. Today is July 4th in America. Tomorrow is Independence Day. And my sister's birthday would be July 4th. I'm taking care of her grandson, and his birthday is July 6th. So I just know that some beautiful things. I have a niece that's found the love of her life, and she's moving away this week to the other side of the country. And I just know that good things are available for you to see if you change the way that you see. And one of the ways that you can do that to be able to honor and enjoy the beauty in your life is through your prayer and your meditation, your 11th step work. You don't have to write the step out to be able to do it. So that's for the person that is new to step work. You can always benefit from personal quiet time. My name is Mighty Street. Reach out to me at recoveryofhope21 at gmail.com. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.